The Runescape Barrage bomb. Sucks. The Barrage bomb was going to be the culmination of two of my previous projects, the Venge Nuke and the Chinchomper bomb. The Chinchomper bomb combined auto-retaliate with the AoE damage of Chinchompers to turn a stack of AFK accounts into a perfectly coordinated team. Freeze the target, stand next to them, trigger the army of accounts, and watch as the unsuspecting player's HP gets melted by a flurry of Chinchompers. And the Venge Nuke required me to spend hundreds of mil and hundreds of hours getting to level 94 magic on 8 different accounts. Putting those 8 accounts on the same stack all venged at once and then baiting a PKer into barraging it meant an instant and near inescapable death. So how did I plan to combine the two? When I was grinding all the way up to 94 magic on those accounts, I didn't just have my eyes on the Lunar spellbook, I also had my eye on the Ancient spellbook, and unlocking the Barrage spells. My plan was to take the Chinchomper bomb and put it on crack, switch out the Chinchompers for Barrage spells, and up the max hit by more than double. All that stood between me and the dream of my Barrage bomb were a few final requirements. I needed to quest my way to the end of Desert Treasure, and I needed to get the stat requirements to do so. Today's video is sponsored by Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club which brings interesting, unique, and useful products from under-the-radar brands straight to your door each month. A brief glance at their website should give you a good idea of what they're all about. Immediately, you'll see everything from a mini indoor fireplace to a simple canvas bag, and even a tabletop cask. They have a ton of general lifestyle products to help you add to the illusion that you have hobbies, leave the house, and don't just play RuneScape all day. Tell Bespoke Post what your interests are with their survey, and the boxes assigned to you will be based on those preferences. And my favourite part of Bespoke. Each month you can preview your box and decide if you would like to keep it, swap it, or skip it. If you choose to skip the month entirely, you will not pay a penny. So if you don't want it, you do not pay for it. Personally, I opted for the Weekender, a big, beautiful canvas bag, just the right size for a short trip out of town without being cumbersome. But it was not an easy choice when there was a hatchet staring me in the face. Do I have a use for a hatchet? No. Do I want a hatchet? Yes. To get 20% off your first box, click the link in the description and use code Gudi20 at the checkout. Before I could take on Desert Treasure, I had to run through a few minor prerequisites. The noteworthy unlocks which remained were 53 Thieving, completion of Troll Stronghold, Temple of Ikov, and Priest in Peril. 53 Thieving stood out as the biggest pain in the arse, so I decided to tackle that first. As is always the case when grinding on 8 accounts at once, anything click-intensive can be problematic. In the case of Thieving, pickpocketing NPCs which can roam around would be a huge waste of time and very tedious. So instead, I decided to train at the Hesidious fruit stalls. I had to do the most pointless favor grind of all time first, but it was well worth it. I did 2 batches of accounts and set up my client so that it was nice and easy to click through all of the stalls. Once I had the rhythm down, the XP per hour was great, and I got finished with thieving on all of the accounts in a single day. And with every stat out of the way, it was time for the quests. Troll Stronghold was easy with no complications. Priest in Peril was easy with no complications. Temple of Ikov was hell on earth with many complications. The biggest complication of all was when killing the fire guy. I thought I would be able to blast through most of the quest on every account simultaneously. However, when I got to this part of the quest and tried to kill him on 2 accounts at the same time, everything bugged out. Only one of him spawned when I clicked the door on 2 accounts, and after spending minutes killing him on both of those accounts, neither of the accounts were credited with the kill, and I had to start all over. Shortly after, I was done, and I was ready for Desert Treasure. The start of the quest was a whole lot of running about and talking to NPCs, which is always tedious on many accounts. But after that, it was just killing a few bosses. And luckily for me, I had protection prayers, entangles, surge spells, and staminas. And those few things pretty much eradicated any difficulty which the quest would present. I started out with the smoke diamond. The lighting of the torches was simple enough to get done on every single account across a couple of different batches. As for Farid, I tackled him as I decided to tackle every other boss throughout the quest, on 1 account at a time, using surge spells and entangles. After Farid, it was on to Damis for the Shadow Diamond, and the same strategy applied. Next up was Desus for the Blood Diamond, and Earth Surge made quick work of him, so I didn't even need to worry about any prayer flicking strategies, just pure damage. And finally, it was time for Camille, and again, it was a piece of cake, the worst part of the whole kill being the trip there. I could spend more time going into detail on this quest, but it was pretty uneventful. Like I said at the start, I had everything I needed to overcome any difficulty the quest might have had, and from start to finish, Desert Treasure only took me a few hours. And once I was through that godforsaken pyramid, the ancient spellbook was mine. I had Ancients, so the next step was to try the Barrage Bomb out. I slapped on some cheap mage gear and took my accounts to Clan Wars. And this is where some problems became apparent. Let's set this thing off. Some of them are so delayed and they're splashing a lot. Wow, they are splashing a ton. Every test I did ended the same way, and this was the point where I realized the Barrage Bomb was probably going to be a disaster. Okay, this kind of sucks, man. I mean, I did die eventually. Yes, the Chinchompas in the Chinchompa Bomb can be replaced with any AoE source of damage, but the accuracy calculation of Chinchompas is very different to Barrages. With Chinchompas, a successful hit on the primary target results in a successful hit on every other target in the area of effect. If the primary target of my attacks has low defensive stats and equipment, as my account which I used in the Chinchompa Bomb did, it means the defense of the other players in the area of effect is completely ignored. That resulted in much more damage and much more consistent damage. With Barrages, it is completely different. Each individual player gets their own role based on their own stats. There is no way to manipulate the damage output beyond the gear you choose. So despite the max hit of my Barrages being more than double that of my Chinchompas, the actual damage output of the Barrage Bomb was pitiful. So after my quick tests, I was prepared for the strategy to be a complete dud. But I already had everything ready to go, so despite the disappointing tests, I took the Barrage Bomb out to the Chaos Altar. With everything set up, it was time to play the waiting game. And wait I did. Hopping worlds was not possible with this method, so I would have to wait for the PKers to come to me. I had tons of encounters and conversations with passers-by or friendly people who I couldn't kill. I even got to talking with some of the PKers who saw my accounts and refused to come into the multi-zone. Almost an hour went by before I even got my first chance at a real kill. And it wasn't great. Excuse me? Come on, boys, you got it. He's down. He's got to be.
Gone. Whoa! What the heck?
The guy was level 85 combat and he was wearing an apron. Even without high magic defense equipment, it took my accounts 3 hits to take this guy out. A kill is a kill, but this was a very poor start. And it didn't get much better from there. Oh my goodness, I would have just had this guy if it was a Venge Nuke. Oh no, they're suiciding. RIP. As time went on and I got more attempts under my belt, I did end up getting a few kills. Whoa. Oh, he's done.
Boy?
He's done.
Why aren't you casting? There we go. Oh.
Why isn't one of them... Okay, well, my account's dead at least.
Everyone?
Yes, I got him! Thank goodness. Here we go. Whoa! He's already half HP. Oh, he's gotta be done. He's praying melee. They are just not hitting. Okay, no, they're hitting. Oh my god! Okay. I almost stacked myself out. But unfortunately, a majority of my attempts went a little more like this. Oh no, dude, what have you done? It's over. Oh, they're gonna suicide. They're suiciding. It's done. It's over. Look how much damage they did to each other. Why couldn't they be doing that to the actual targets? Come on, be a team. Come on, man. How can I not even take this guy out? Oh my god, got one. Oh my god, I got a clan. No, they attack too fast. I'm about to get dropped by my own accounts. Am I taking out a team right now?
Yes, you are. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. They did it to themselves.
Oh my god.
They're smiting. I might actually get... I've taken out loads of them. Oh my...
Oh my god.
What on earth just happened? I just took out a whole clan.
That's what I joined to?
Holy shit. I was overjoyed with these kills. It was the dream scenario and it played out as well as I could have ever hoped. A team of 4 log in, attack the accounts to trigger the bomb, and then all clump up, taking almost all of the damage. And this had me questioning everything. I thought maybe it's going to be possible to make this thing work. Until one of the guys came back and decided to tell me that actually it wasn't a team of 4 people, it was one guy multi-logged onto a bunch of accounts because he knew what I was doing and he wanted to be in the vid. And just like that, all of the motivation and excitement which I gained from those 4 kills completely evaporated. Looking back at the clip, it's clear that only one of the accounts is eating at all, and the barrage bomb went back to being as useless as ever. I would have loved for this video to end with me finding a way to turn it all around and having some montage of me taking out clan after clan, but the reality is that the barrage bomb just isn't good. The kills I did get were far from decisive KOs. The damage was inconsistent, and anyone even slightly competent tanked without a problem. Despite the maximum damage of over 230 per hit, the barrage bomb was only scraping by when killing ill-equipped level 80s. I am sure that there is a way to make this work, with days more grinding or absolutely enormous risk. But when I set out to try the barrage bomb, I'd envisioned a stronger, more deadly version of the Chinchompa bomb, and the reality was the opposite. Other strategies I have done have been more promising with less investment of stats, time, and effort. But it wasn't all for nothing. The barrage bomb might not be good for killing other people, but it is perfect for my accounts to take each other out. And that might come in handy for a future strategy, one which could put the barrage bomb to shame. But I'm going to leave that for another day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video despite the pretty disappointing ending. Not every strategy can be a winner, but I hope at least the spectacle of this strategy made it worth the watch. If not, well, I mean, you've already watched it now, haven't you?